Sister Wives spoilers. Meri Brown chops up her Kody quilt. Sister Wives star Meri Brown wants to leave her marriage to Kody in the past. And based on the descriptions for upcoming episodes, that means destroying one sentimental item that symbolized their marriage. Fans will see Meri Brown destroy a meaningful quilt. During Sunday night's new episode, Meri Brown publicly shared private texts she sent Kody. Now, it seems she's about to cut up a quilt she received for their wedding. There is no new episode December 22nd. Here are the next episodes coming up, a Redditor shared online. They attached screenshots of information regarding the next 2 episodes. The December 29th episode description reads, Robin's girls explore non-Mormon churches and Kody struggles to keep quiet about it. Cristin tries on her fairy tale wedding dress, and the party continues with a wedding shower. Meri wants to start dating soon. However, the next episode caught a lot of attention. The description reads, Meri cuts up a quilt that celebrated her marriage to Kody. Cristin and David are in Moa preparing for their magical day. Robin and Kody have a difficult conversation about the breakup of the family. Some Redditors thought it was immature of Meri to destroy something that once meant so much to her. However, others thought it was entirely fair. Kody melted down Meri's wedding ring, so I think she can repropose a quilt in a gesture of healing and closure, one Reddit user pointed out. Other Sister Wives viewers find this year's storylines boring. After Garrison Brown's unexpected death this spring, many Sister Wives viewers believe the network scrambled to rework several episodes. That included reproposing old footage and rehashing many played-out storylines. Cristin's wedding special aired at the beginning of 2024, and few fans are interested in watching the build-up to the special day. Other comments on the Reddit thread included, anyone else think they'll just rerun the Cristin wedding episodes at the end of the season? The last several episodes have really annoyed me, the way Kody is forcefully trying to portray himself as this happy, calm person. It's so obviously not genuine. Cristin's wedding prep is so boring. We have to get through showers. I don't need another difficult conversation between Robin and Kody about the breakup of the family. What more is there for them to say? I forgot and only tuned into the last 30 minutes of last night's episode, and I'm not the least bit curious about what I missed. This season is nothing but old news. The once-prized Kody quilt had long been a symbol of Meri Brown's love, devotion, and endurance in her tumultuous relationship with Kody Brown. It was a patchwork of memories, stitched together during late nights of hope and longing. Each square represented a moment in their shared history, from their early days of courtship to the birth of their daughter Mariah, and even the trials they faced as they navigated plural marriage. Yet now, the quilt had become a relic of heartache, betrayal, and unfulfilled promises. And Meri was ready to take it apart. Literally. The scene unfolded in Meri's Parowan bed and breakfast, Lizzie's Heritage Inn. The cozy sitting room, usually filled with guests sipping tea or admiring the antique decor, was transformed into a battleground of emotions. Meri sat at the center, her expression a mixture of resolve and vulnerability. Spread out before her was the infamous quilt, a kaleidoscope of colors and patterns that once carried so much meaning. A pair of sharp fabric scissors gleamed ominously in her hand. Cameras from TLC's Sister Wives crew captured every moment, knowing this would be the episode that viewers couldn't stop talking about. Meri had been hinting at a symbolic act of closure for weeks, but no one expected it to take such a dramatic and cathartic turn. This quilt has seen everything, Meri said, her voice steady but tinged with sadness. It's been through the highs and the lows, just like me and Kody. But now it's time to let it go. The first cut was hesitant, almost reluctant. Meri's hand trembled as the scissors bit into a square of fabric depicting a watercolor sunset. It was from a trip she and Kody had taken to Sedona early in their marriage, back when the future seemed bright and full of possibilities. As the square fell away, Meri paused, taking a deep breath. I'm not doing this out of anger, she explained to the camera. I'm doing it to reclaim my life. To remind myself that I don't need to hold on to something that no longer serves me. As the scissors worked their way across the quilt, memories spilled out alongside the scraps of fabric. There was the vibrant floral patch from the dress Meri wore on their wedding day. Another square featured an embroidered heart that Maria had made in kindergarten, symbolizing their bond as a family. Each piece carried a story, a fragment of a life Meri had spent decades building, only to watch it unravel in recent years. While Meri continued her cathartic task, other members of the Brown family were reacting in real time. Cristin, now happily engaged to David Woolley, watched the live footage from her new home in Utah. She couldn't help but cheer Meri on, texting her words of encouragement. "You're so brave," Cristin's message read. "This is the closure you deserve. Proud of you, sister." Janelle, ever the pragmatist, watched with mixed emotions. While she respected Meri's decision to move forward, she couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness for the memories tied to that quilt. "It's hard to let go," Janelle admitted in her confessional. "But if anyone deserves to find peace, it's Meri." Robin, however, had a different reaction. As she watched the footage from the sprawling Flagstaff home she still shared with Kody, her expression hardened. "I don't understand why Meri feels the need to make such a public spectacle," she said, her tone defensive. "We all have our ways of coping, but this feels like she's sending a message to Kody, and to me." Kody's reaction, predictably, was one of indignation. "That quilt was a symbol of our family," he ranted in his confessional. "It feels like she's cutting up everything we've worked for. I don't get it. Why does she always have to make everything about her?" Back at the B&B, Meri was unfazed by the potential fallout. She had spent years living under the shadow of Kody's criticism and manipulation, and this was her moment to reclaim her narrative. As the last square was removed, she surveyed the pile of fabric scraps with a sense of accomplishment. But Meri wasn't done yet. "I'm not destroying these memories," she clarified. "I'm transforming them." With that, she began sorting the scraps into piles, each representing a different phase of her life. One pile was dedicated to her early years with Kody, another to her journey as a mother, and a third to her new beginnings as an independent woman. Meri revealed her plan to use the fabric to create something entirely new, a series of art pieces that would symbolize her personal growth and resilience. "This isn't the end of the story," she said, her eyes shining with determination. "It's just the beginning of a new chapter." The episode concluded with a montage of Meri's creative process. She worked late into the night, stitching together a vibrant tapestry that blended the old with the new. One piece featured a bold phoenix rising from the ashes, its fiery wings made from remnants of the quilt. Another depicted a winding path through a serene landscape, symbolizing her journey toward self-discovery. When the finished pieces were unveiled at a small art exhibit hosted at Lizzie's Heritage Inn, the response was overwhelming. Guests marveled at Meri's ability to turn heartbreak into something beautiful. Even Cristin and Janelle made the trip to show their support, embracing Meri with tears of pride and joy. Kody, predictably, declined to attend, but Meri no longer needed his validation. As she stood before her creations, surrounded by friends and supporters, she felt a sense of peace she hadn't known in years. "The Kody quilt was a chapter of my life," she said during her closing monologue. "But it's not the whole story. I'm still here, still standing, and still creating my own happiness. And that's something no one can take away from me."